Well, we finally made it back to Taiwan after what, like 3 years?
3 years.
I know, it's been way too long.
It was awesome.
It was amazing.
It was too short a trip. I want to come back for at least 3 months.
At least. We ran out of time on pretty much every single day.
And we went for it.
I mean, we just wanted to see and do and eat. Everything.
Everything.
I was so full.
It was, there was so much eating.
I ate so much food.
Day 1.
Dadaocheng.
So we had planned to walk from where we were staying,
which was near Zhongshan MRT.
Yeah.
And rather than catching a bus, we thought it's our first day. Let's just walk over and make the most.
We walked so much, and I am so sedentary, not most of the time, I ruined my legs for the rest of the trip. I think it was because I'd driven us to the airport, and then we'd been sat on the aeroplane for so long. I think my knee had just seized.
Yeah, but it does mean that we had an excuse to stop more for both coffee and food.
And food.
Yeah, and of course the first thing that we needed to do, because we had just come off the back of a really long flight the day before, was get coffee.
Me and jet lag.
Yeah.
Me and jet lag.
Not your best friend.
I don't think I was your best friend. We arrived. We had coffee. Well, first of all, we got lost. Then we arrived because we walked past it like twice.
Oh, yeah. I forgot. It's because it was upstairs, wasn't it? You like the entranceway was just a small door on the street. And then you go upstairs and you come into this like lovely open space coffee shop / bookshop.
We got coffee. The coffee was nice. I'm not going to lie, though. I would have drunk anything, but this coffee was lovely.
Yeah, we had coffee and we had a cinnamon roll.
I had carbs and I had coffee.
The most important food
What
groups.
more does one need?
And then eventually we got to Dihua St and yeah, I love that place.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
We walked past a tea shop and immediately we were like, we don't know how many opportunities, which was stupid. We don't know how many opportunities we're going to get to buy like presents for everybody. So whenever we walked past somewhere, if we thought it looked like the type of thing they might like, we just went in.
And my mum and dad absolutely love high mountain oolong tea.
Yeah, Taiwan tea.
So we had to get them some of that. So we thought while we're on Dihua St, we'll just stop because we saw this beautiful shop. It was called Art Tea.
Yeah.
And all of the packages were wrapped so beautifully.
Really nicely. Yeah.
So many colours. Absolutely loved it.
The lady did let us smell and she would have let us taste it. I am not. I wouldn't know if it tasted any good.
And you are very much an English breakfast tea person.
If it's not English breakfast and you're calling it tea, I don't want it.
And I am very much a coffee person. We recently got a coffee machine. It has changed my life.
Oh, for the better. We've got problems. Oh, the food. The lunch food.
Oh, yeah.
The lunch food, the shop. It was absolutely tipping it down. Do you remember?
It was, yeah.
So temperature-wise, it was really hot and then it started raining.
Yeah, a lot.
So we decided to go for lunch.
Yeah. So we went to Du Xiaoyue. And
so
yeah, it was like all like traditional Taiwanese food. There we just had
tea egg.
Yeah, you added a tea egg, but we had one of my personal favorites, Lu Rou Fan. I mean, it's a classic. Mm-hmm. Who doesn't love Lu Rou Fan? It was, I think, one of the first things that I ate after moving to Taiwan because they served it in the university canteen.
Yes.
And I fell in love with it then. 1, because it was delicious, and 2, because it was cheap, and as a student, I had no money. Even though we had more money to spend this time, it's still delicious.
And the tea egg was great.
You love a tea egg.
The smell in there was fabulous.
Yeah.
You know, just like the waft, because we sat quite close to where they were preparing.
Yeah, right
in front of you. But the smell wafting from the kitchen was... so good.
And it's lovely being able to like see everything being made fresh and watch people work, because that's something that you don't generally get here. Is the kitchen is always separate at the back, and that's something I really love about Taiwan. Is you can just watch people working and watch the food that you're about to eat being made.
One of the things that I really liked about some of the shops we went into was that as you went through the areas that were designed for the production of some of the things that they were making. So like the wool that was being produced or the linens and the printing of the linens and things. Yeah. You can see the process that some of the fabrics would have gone through to be produced. And I like that in a lot of places, I can't read Chinese. So it's really nice that in a lot of places they do understand that there are a lot of foreigners there. So I think that's one of the really lovely things about art districts like this, that you can just wander aimlessly and there's always something to see. And if you wander down a side street and you think, oh, there's nothing really here that I'm interested in, the walk back in itself is nice.
Yeah. And you always find something new.
Yeah.
There's always a shop you haven't been in or a view you haven't seen.
Yeah.
And it's just so pretty, that whole area, like with all the red bricks and the terraces and like some of the places where there's like the art studios where you could go upstairs and you can like look down on the street. So after we'd been walking around for a bit, obviously we needed to stop for coffee again.
Obviously.
Do you remember the place that we went to?
I do. The Eclectic?
Yeah.
Eclectic.
It was called Woo Coffee, and it was originally a old apothecary's office.
Don't know.
Shop. And yeah, it's been converted into a coffee shop, and it's one of the coolest, funkiest little places that I've been to in a long time.
It was very unusual in its decor.
Yeah. Yeah, I think they'd clearly gone for like kind of like an old school, like...
It was a mishmash of all sorts of different things, isn't it?
Yeah, it felt like old Hong Kong to me. That's kind of the vibe that I got. But yeah, it was a really cool place, and it had a really interesting selection of drinks.
Interesting.
Yeah, it wasn't just like standard latte, cappuccino.
No.
They had all sorts of different coffees.
Your coffee was coffee with lemonade. I was not drinking that.
Yeah, it was tasty though. The thing was, you had to like mix it up.
I'm not sure whether you're supposed to do that.
I don't know. I mixed it up. It was tasty.
After the coffee, we then did what you are supposed to do, I believe, in the area, and we went walking again. There's lots of handicrafts, there's lots of knickknacks, there's pottery, there's fabrics, there's all sorts of different things. So anything you could possibly have wanted on the art side of things is catered for.
Yeah. But I think possibly my favourite kind of shop on Dihua Street is the like dried food shops.
Yes.
Because I absolutely love dried mango, dried guava, dried pineapple. But yeah, those places are amazing. I absolutely love that.
I really like ceramics, so I really enjoyed wandering around. There was a shop that there was things made out of wood, but predominantly it was like pottery. And there was some really nice like characters and like little animals and things, and I really enjoyed like looking at those. And I felt like you could have wandered around there and come back the next day and see completely different things to the day before.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's really similar to so many of those shops. They are like crammed full that there's so many things for you to look at that
you just never see everything. Yeah. And then after a while, unsurprisingly, we started to get hungry again.
Yeah.
So we'd heard about Pier 5, which we'd never been to before.
Nope.
So we thought we'd go and check it out and see what it was like, because it came recommended in lots of different places, and there was supposed to be lots of different food there
for us to try.
So we gave it a try.
Yeah. It started raining again, but very, very gently this time. So we thought, well, we'll stop here. So we sat ourselves underneath a very, very small like overhang and had pizza. And again, they were making it fresh.
And it's just a really cool area, isn't it? Like, because it's all like made in the shipping containers and like it felt kind of chilled out. If we hadn't been like in a rush to get around so many different things, I think you could sit there for like an afternoon, maybe try a couple of different places, because you have the seats up on top of the shipping containers as well. Just like have a break, maybe an evening would be quite a nice place to be.
I think it would have been nice to walk down.
Yeah.
I think you could have walked alongside the river and that would have been quite nice.
That would be nice, yeah.
All the lights and the water.
Views of the city.
Yeah.
And
I had a corn dog, like an American. I've never had one before.
I'm not a big sweet corn fan.
I really like sweet corn. I found it really odd, I have to say, because it's really sweet, like really sweet. Again, I know it's not Taiwanese, but I was hungry and it was on a stick.
You also got a drink there that you really liked, though, didn't you?
Yeah.
At that same stand. I'm going to see how to pronounce it, because I do not know how to pronounce that word.
So this was wonderful. I really enjoyed this.
Okay, so this is supposedly the British pronunciation.
Blue Curacao.
Curacao. I was right, Curacao.
The blue stuff. It was delicious. I enjoyed that.
So let's talk a little bit about alcohol.
Okay, you go.
Well, as British people, I'd say we both like fairly stereotypically British drinks.
Yes, I like a gin and tonic.
And my chosen drink is a whiskey. So we went to the Ginspiration bar, which was like a bar/cocktail making place that was like hidden away up on the 3rd floor above the street.
Wasn't cocktail making. We didn't get to do any cocktail making. We got to watch someone who
Was very good
clearly
at making
knew what
cocktails.
they were doing. Make cocktails. Some really insane cocktails.
Yeah.
The one with the egg
Yeah,
whites.
and it, like,
frozen egg white.
Rose up out of the glass.
That was really cool. So I had a Negroni.
And that was really tasty.
It was really good.
And I had...
Pretty standard, I'd say, Negroni.
I can't remember what mine was called. Yeah, so I tried a cocktail called... we took a photo of the menu here. A Kyoto Zen Fizz. And quite frankly, it was delicious.
It was great. I had a lot of envy for what you were drinking.
Yeah, it was really good. The gin was good. Everything that went into it was good. I really enjoyed that. But then the best part of going to the gin place was that after we'd had our drinks, he then let us try a load of locally made Taiwanese gins.
So the person who was serving us, I got the impression they were very involved with the making of the Taiwanese gins. And they let us try...
4 different Taiwanese gins.
Well, I don't drink gin straight ever. You don't do that. It comes with a tonic or it comes with other things. It is strong. But this was surprisingly delicious, I have to say.
Yeah.
And there was one in particular. There was one that smelled great. It's supposed to smell like of the sea. And the taste was nice, but it was nowhere near as good as the tea gin we had.
Yeah, that was amazing.
That was really good.
We actually couldn't help ourselves and bought a bottle of it.
Bought a bottle of it. And we told ourselves, we did give it away as a gift, but that was how we convinced ourselves it would be a good idea to buy, because we were going to give it away.
Yeah.
But we made sure we gave it to your parents so that we could definitely have some.
It was really good.
It was really good.
And then we noticed,
We were slightly buzzed.
as we were walking home,
Slightly buzzed.
there was 2 routes we could have walked. We could have walked the fastest route back to the hotel, or we could take a slight detour and walk through Ningxia Night Market.
So naturally, we did some more walking as we walked through the night market.
Yeah, because it was our first day. You can't not go to a night market. It's like the most Taiwanese thing you can do. We didn't eat very much because we'd already eaten so much that day. But we did have, it was like a sausage wrapped in like a onion pancake.
Yes, that was tasty. I enjoyed that.
It was really good, yeah.
I have to say, I think often what elevates Taiwanese food is the sauces.
Yeah,
Whatever you guys are putting in those sauces,
yeah.
oh, it's top tier. I'm so hungry right now.
I know, that's
It's
the
not
problem, isn't it?
healthy.
Talking about this is just like, I'm going to have to leave now and go and eat. Although it won't be as good. But we went to a lot of good places.
We did.
And this was just day 1. There is a lot more eating to come on days 2 through 8.
I'm just remembering, is it day 3?
Day 3 was bad.
Day 3 was the worst. I think possibly one of the worst days of my life.
Everything went wrong.
Everything went wrong. And I still have nightmares about Wednesday. You laugh. It was not funny.
It didn't happen to me. But you've got that to look forward to hearing about. But first, we have day 2, when we went to Ximending and the surrounding area.
Yeah, we didn't just do that, obviously, because we only had a limited amount of time. So we did a ridiculous amount of stuff on day 2.
Yeah, I think that was the day when we ate the most.
Yes. Oh, yes.
But you'll hear more about that next time.